Yo, welcome to the Don Ron Show. I'm Adonis,
I'm Ron.
and this is the Don Ron Show. Listen, we're just two dads who are fanatical about food, we're fanatical
Yes.
about our rums, and we're here just to bring you into our world.
And we are doing our first love letter to New York City right here at the beautiful Element Pizzeria by Sami V.
This is a family-owned establishment.
Yes.
Colombian family, the grandfather, or the father, I should say, started with a bakery, Sabas. They're right next door. Sammy and David started Elements Pizza. They've been here for about 6 years. They specialize in sourdough pizza,
Amazing.
amazing pizza. They've got all your New York City classics, your margaritas. They've got your, barbecue chickens and everything that you would come to expect.
And
But
my favorite, the Detroit style.
Detroit style
Top
carbonara,
notch. Top notch.
absolutely insane. But to top that off and to absolutely give you something to bring that all down with, they got craft brew on tap, guys. Craft brew on tap. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna go check them out, and let's see what we get into.
Oh yeah. Come on in.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go.
So we got Sammy here,
We're at Elements.
Elements Pizza in Jackson Heights. You guys have
The
seen
crossroads of the world.
You know,
Everything, you get a little bit of everything. And if you come to Jackson Heights, Queens, you're gonna get you could go every block, hit every culture, every ethnicity you could think of, you can find here. If you
one-stop
need- yes,
shopping in Jackson Heights.
for sure.
And so what we've done is we've come up with our rum pairing. So we have the Pirate. This is a Guyanese rum
Yep.
that we chose, and just a little wordplay. We have a classic New York slice, which is the margarita, and what we decided to do as our pairing is a rum old fashioned. So you got old fashioned, you got classic, and you want to explain?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of our love story to New York City, right? You being from here, this is like my family's from here, so I'm appreciative of the artwork that coming from Pittsburgh originally. So the pizza's different everywhere, but coming to New York is the place everybody comes to for pizza. So with an artisan that's you focus on the elements of each piece that goes into this details, the love, the appreciation. We can toast to that with an old fashioned, which is just basically is our rum. We have bitters. We have a simple syrup it's a brown sugar simple syrup, and then to get all the elements together, then top with a little bit of a orange peel spritz and get the oils from the skin and get that in each sip, and then really and why I say is the original, right? Because the original old fashioned actually was made with rum. So historically it was made with rum. Everybody talks
Message.
You think it with bourbon, but the original fashioned is actually made with rum. So this is
why it's important. This is why
this is to you, Sammy. To Elements. Salud.
That taste that you get, like not the aftertaste, but that mid swallow, the depth.
This is really good.
That hits that orange. You get a little bit of that spice that's coming down.
It's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
Yeah.
And it's complex.
Yeah, the
Definitely
complexities.
It tricks your tongue a little bit. But
And this is a dangerous drink. This is a sipping drink, but you'll sip very fast because it just balances. I think the sweetness of the rum, right, actually balances out the bitters. That a lot of times I think when you're having a bourbon or a whiskey, old fashioned, or even scotch, the sourness in the bitters is a lot forward.
Yeah, it's a little
But I think the
forward.
sweetness of the rum balances out, plus the complexities of it, the caramel, the banana, all those different notes that you
And
get in
even
there.
with that ice kind of melted in there, we get a little coconut at the end.
Yep,
Yeah,
it waters it down,
A little
yeah.
coconut, right? So now we spoke about the elements in making our version of the rum old fashioned. Can we speak about the elements of making your version of a classic margarita?
So the margarita is like one of those quintessential New York pies, right?
Yep.
What makes ours a little bit different is that every single element that goes onto it has been thought about to the smallest degree. So all of our pizzas here are sourdough based,
Okay.
and then above that we find the cheese, and the cheese specifically on this margarita is hand stretched mozzarella. We don't put anything that's pre-ground or any of the brick cheeses that go into it. It's all house stretched mozz.
When you're saying house stretch spots, you're actually making it in-house right here on
Correct.
location. So,
Yeah, we're taking about 40-pound blocks of curd. We cut it into loaves, put it into pretty much almost simmering water with a little bit of salt, and then I have my guys downstairs with a paddle, pretty much stretching it, letting it cool, and then from there we slice it, and then we top our pie with it. That and a little bit of pecorino, and then the chunky tomato sauce gives it like a little bit of a nice bite to it, and then we pretty much just press that by hand, add a little bit of olive oil to it, a little bit of oregano, and then of course our garden basil. The garden basil that we have all around our windowsills, and we brush the outside with a little bit of like a roasted garlic oil, because the crust
Okay.
is something that a lot of people they just either throw away or don't even think about, but we want to make sure you're eating everything.
I've even seen or heard about people doing like all crust pies.
Wow, I haven't heard of that.
It's just an all crust pie, so it's just multiple rings going down in size to the middle.
Really?
Just all crust.
Huh.
So that could be
That's wild.
that could be something to play
Interesting.
with. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm
So
not
let's-
gonna wait
yeah,
much
let's
longer.
jump in.
I was like, this is Elements by Sami. Yes, let's do this. All right, boom. Thank you.
So one thing that I definitely want to highlight is the what we call the cornicione, which is like the exterior or the crosshatch of the pizza. So what we're
Yeah.
looking for is kind of have that
Let's
open
look at
crumb,
the detail. Yeah, all right.
that open airiness,
Mm-hmm.
which
Let me get that.
Yeah,
which is gonna make a nice crispy, crunchy crust without it being too filling.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, look. It's got hang time, solid.
Got some color. On
Got
the
the
bottom,
color on the bottom.
little undercarriage action.
Yes.
Gotta use the keywords like undercarriage.
Undercarriage. Yeah. Now, proper New York fashion. Mm.
Unfucking believable over here. This is amazing. Oh, hold on, that's Italian. We're in Colombia.
Yeah, what the?
It's just pizza.
This is really good.
Let's get a slice for Clyde going.
Yes, here we go, Clive.
He's over there, hungry, staring at us.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
This is called Clive's doing smell-o-vision, right? We're gonna capture all this ants in the flip.
Does that transfer through?
Oh man. I think I love too is that with this slice is that I'm not a sauce is like it gets lost if it gets the dough soggy, right? So putting it on the top,
Yep.
get the layer, the cheese actually creates a nice structure and protection, so that you could just actually get the taste the sauce, right, and not lose it by the cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make sure that you keep that crust a little bit drier, so you're not getting too much flop on there. Yeah, it's kind of like that upside down, which has become really popular in Long Island. You go to Long Island, all the grandmas, the upside down pizzas, they're doing that a lot over there.
And I think like I said, I think everything starts with a good foundation, and
Absolutely.
the dough. This is actually my first time trying sourdough, like the sourdough crust pizza. So I've heard of it, I've seen it, but this is really good.
See, but something like this is dangerous. A 12-incher could feed you, and a friend, but also a 12-inch pie.
12-incher.
I didn't want to say it.
And for you and a friend.
I didn't want to say it, but I was like, Paul is
Me too. A 12-inch pie, you could also take down by yourself.
Yeah.
And probably still feel perfectly fine to entertain other side menu options that you have. So I'm trying to go back and forth and just really see how they complement each other. And I think the brightness of the tomato on the pizza, the citrus that's inside the drink, the spice that's in here along with the garlic, that oil that's on the crust, that's a nice.
I think too, like we said, like, you know, this is just kind of us trying to, like with a lot of things we like to do is we like to try to find the synergy, find the things that's kind of by itself might be kind of regular, but together it can be really something special. And I think like this type of thing of just two classics that go well together, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's this is, as you guys will be old New York, right? You know what I mean? Like it's like you definitely can have, you know, have an ode to the past, but the present is they never were in the present. Like we were talking about the idea of like you're carrying on a family tradition, you're carrying on a future of a business, and what you're able to do is take things that you had a strong foundation, right? You had things that were built out, and then what you're able to do now is take that strong foundation and build upon it and really bring things together that weren't normally thought of together, right? Like you have a business where you have a bakery and a laundromat together, right? So this is business models you could really start putting together, that things that are elements of a neighborhood, right? That oftentimes are owned and people are controlled by people that may not be in your community, but you can see the value of putting these things in your neighborhood, and that things that are staples, you can kind of revamp and add some fresh flavor to it and really make it something that stands out for people, for sure.
Absolutely. And it also speaks to like coexistence, right? Because sometimes you think that in order to get to the next thing or the next level, you kind of have to forget and leave behind something.
Right.
But in actuality, you still have Seba. You have the original, you have the foundation that's there. Then you have what it's grown into. Well, we like the idea of a bakery. We don't want to just focus on bread, so let's do pizza. And you have this, and then you have the melding of the two when it comes to Parva. And not only that, then you have a completely different part of the coexistence. You have people from all walks of life that are going to be in there that are doing their clothing, washing their clothes, some that are going to be dropping off, some that are just inside the bakery to get a snack. I go to the airport, I go to LaGuardia, I'm stopping in there to pick up a snack and then running over to the airport.
Stay tuned for future episodes, by the way.
More to come, right? More to come.
Yeah.
But it speaks to the ability to coexist, especially in a neighborhood like Jackson Heights where you have so many ethnicities, so many different food types, different people, but everyone is here coexisting peacefully and you get the ability to explore. And, you know, once again, we're exploring with our drinks, we're exploring with our foods. When you're at home, when we're playing the role as dads and we're cooking dinner at night, it's the summertime, we're doing the barbecue in the backyard and we're sitting there with our drink. This is something that you folks can make at home. You can make that rum old fashioned. You don't have to stick to the typical old fashioned. You can make that margarita slice. It doesn't have to be Neapolitan. It doesn't have to be something fancy.
And then when you come in here for a slice or a pie, you also have other options of bread. They got dough for sale. They got other different things that's merch and everything that you can take with you, so you can bring a piece of it home with you as well, which is perfect. So that kind of gives it that if you fall in love with it here and try it, you know, we like having a fresh pie fresh out the oven, but then you also like to want to, like, you know, like I said, we have a family together. You're like, look, this is, the dough itself is a staple piece that they're giving a piece of that they can take home with them. That gives you still that you can have fun, creative, put your own spin on it, do your own style, but you got the foundation still. You got the magic touch from that he's developed through his years of culinary experience and specialize it to give you a great product. So you know, that's what I'm planning to do. You should try it. I'll let you know how it goes. But
Now, also speaking to experimenting, kind of building on your own and figuring out your flavors, you could do this totally portable. We've done events together where you've literally made pizzas out of the back of your truck. For people that are home or maybe are doing, you know, tailgates or something like that, what was that pizza oven that you were using? Because you had my kids running back and forth to the truck, grabbing pies like back to back, and they don't even eat like that.
Yeah.
What was that oven? What is that?
So they're called uni ovens.
Uni oven,
yeah.
okay.
OONI.
Yep.
So those are some really cool ovens. They're you hook them up with propane, and let me tell you, they make the best roast chicken in the world.
Yeah.
cut it down the middle, open it up, spatchcock it.
Took me left. I over on pizza
Amazing.
with roast chicken.
Amazing roast chicken and
He's like, do not pigeonhole me.
Don't
Do
keep
not-
me in a
Don't
pizza.
keep me in a pizza
I'm
box.
artist.
See, don't keep me in a pizza box. I'm gonna break out.
yeah, of course you have to. So,
Dad jokes.
so as like culinary professionals, we're always looking for perfection,
Yeah.
and you get bored of doing the same thing over and over. So
I want to enjoy perfection one more
get in there,
time.
get in there. So
Continue.
pretty much we opened almost 2 years ago now. It's been about a year and a half. And 6 months into it, we had some friends that were like, hey, is there any way that you could bring some pizza to the shop? Bread at the custom shop. You bring some pies over, so we could share amongst the friends. And I said, that sounds cool. We did that for a couple times. And then one day I'm like, well, what if I could actually make the pie at his shop? So that's where the idea started. That's when, I've been going to maybe about 4 or 5 different pizza festivals with David. We've gone to Vegas, we've gone to Chicago, we've gone to Atlantic City for different pizza expos. Because pizza is actually a pretty big world. There's a lot of followers for that. And you've seen these ovens popping up, the Uni ovens, the Ghazni ovens, even Breville's doing its own portable oven. And I'm like, all right, let me give this a try. So I got one over, and I'm like, Brett, let's demo this. Could we do some pies at your shop? He said, yeah, let's do it. And I brought the dough over. I brought all my ingredients, my tomato sauce, my cheeses, and we just did it for a couple friends. It worked, and then we did it for an event, and we sold it by the pies. It worked, and now I'm starting to work on that a little bit more. I want to venture into more of the catering world, where I could bring the beautiful pizzas that we do here, but bring it to a birthday party or a gathering or an event. Yeah,
And I've even done car shows in New York City, and you guys have come through with the wings and the pizzas and drinks and everything
Gearheads.
else.
We did Gearheads in Maspeth.
Gearheads NYC.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. This is multi-directional. This is something that, like you said, can't pizza box you in. And yeah, I'm ready for the next.
Exactly. I gotta talk one before we end this off, because this is the pied de resistance right here, because this is the crust is something that always everyone throws away.
The bones.
The bones of
Yep.
this, right? And we don't waste food in our culture, so we're gonna eat everything, right? But I just had a moment, right? And I'm not gonna. And this is not to simplify this, but I just had when you taste something and it's familiar, it brings kind of like a reminiscence, and I'm like, I'm giving them a shout out because they're in every neighborhood now, but so they have it's a garlic infused oil.
Yeah, so it's coffee garlic. So we pretty much got olive oil and garlic. We throw it in our pizza oven,
Yep.
low temperature until it pretty much
Roast
gets
that.
super roasted and sweet and delicious.
Mhm.
We use the garlic for certain things,
Mhm.
like our tomato sauce or chunky tomato. I crush it
Mhm.
with the tomatoes, and then the garlic oil we brush around the outside.
Because I'm having a moment of crazy bread from the little Greek guy.
Mhm.
We won't give the brand name out there, but or actually he's an Italian guy. But I'm saying this moment of just the flavor that's in this makes it stand out on its own. It's
Yeah.
it's like
Like it could be
yeah,
its own thing.
they have the ones from the other
other
dad
place.
guy that what I mean. But we don't want to talk about them either because they're not standing up to this. But I just had the moment of familiarity, but then the appreciation of how
it's
good it
the
all
remix.
is, right?
You know what works. You know what flavors go together,
Mm.
and you just put your remix to it, and it still
Yeah.
remains authentic. It still
But then it
remains
makes-
clean.
You can enjoy it from the front to back, all of the pizza. There's nothing to waste. It's all good.
You enjoy it from the front more or the back more?
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
Depends on where you're at. 12 inches.
I know what Dobbs is
I know where
going.
they go.
I'm melting. I'm
Look,
melting.
we are parents, we're fathers,
Hey.
but we also are immature teenagers
Hey.
still. So we don't change. But hey.
Depends where the 12 inches are swinging, right?
Right,
No.
exactly.
You can never be too mature to pause, bro. I don't care what he says, bro. If you said something egregious, I gotta hit you with a pause.
What's Mello say? Pardon the left. Pardon the left. Pardon the left.
When David just creeped over with some. It looked like he had a bag of snacks or
I think
something.
I saw parva. I got X-ray vision through that bag, so I'm assuming that's the name of the bakery.
Yeah.
Parva. Okay.
Yeah, we opened that 7 years ago. So right before the pandemic, right before the kids. It was October 28th, 2019.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's where we started first. That was David and I's first venture together. We opened that, and then we survived the pandemic. We had kids. We reopened.
Surviving the pandemic, that's already
No, I
props to
think
you guys, dude.
yeah. That's another thing too. I think that when we talked about like the concept of trying to do this too. That was I think the stories that we saw or that maybe weren't seen that we knew were the ones we wanted to tell, right? Because it's like, you know, like there's places that are viral and but it's like there's stories of people they literally survived this pandemic, like you know, not just in health, but just in businesses, right? You know what I mean? Like I saw some of the most creativity, like that people had to do to come up to figure it out. That showed like the human spirit, and like I think like that's the great part of this is like that, you know, you lay a blueprint, like you can get through anything at this point, like you know what I mean, and the new ways of getting the name out there, getting the word out there, new ways to serve the community, all of those sort of things are really, really important.
Yeah, you have to adapt, you have to be creative, you have to recreate, you got to think about your concept. I remember like it was yesterday, those last days before we were open, I think it was either end of February or early March. Everything was closing, right? Everything was like, you know, in Europe, everything's closed, everything's, you know, slowly started to venture over here. I remember Times Square when the coronavirus came here, and then it came to the point where it's like, both of our wives were pregnant, and they were about 7 months at the time, or 8 months, and it's like, if everybody's closed, we have to close. And literally, we just go into the walk-in refrigerator, we just grab milk crates of everything we had, divided it upon like however many employees were, and we're like, this was for you, this was for you, this was for you, milk, eggs, chicken, whatever, because it's either we give it away or we throw it out.
Away. Yeah.
And then everybody's like, people were crying, they're like, so what's gonna happen? We're like, well, we don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna ride this out. And then, you know, once we get the green light, we'll call everybody back. And luckily, we have employees with us today that were since day one.
Since day one.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
great.
That's
incredible.
We survived it. That was, you know, that was a life-changing event.
Yeah,
Cheers to
definitely.
that.
Cheers to that for sure. I got drank all mine already. So.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I think we're gonna get. Let's make this next cocktail.
Make the
and
next
and
cocktail.
do some more pizza. You got rum. You're gonna have lime juice.
Okay.
You're gonna have and simple syrup. That's it with ice.
Yeah, I like it. Simple drinks. Simple drinks.
So this is going to be your foo-foo frilly, you know, icy strawberry mash and.
That's what I was gonna ask. I thought daiquiris were always blended.
No. Well, that's the original cocktail of it is not. It's just that those. That's all a part of like rum getting a bad rap, right? Because everybody, it's not just for pina coladas. It's not just your vacation drink. Like, you know, that's your first reaction to it, right? So it's really like no, it's for like making like complex cocktails. It's a great base for all of that. So
basically, you already said it. What you're drinking is the base.
Okay.
The daiquiri is a base. You start from here to make your own cocktail and add
and you
your
would add the
additions to it.
flavors and stuff that you're looking for.
But this is the origin. It's just like you were saying with the original old fashioned being a rum drink, not a bourbon drink. The daiquiri started out this way: simple ingredients, simple sugar, the lime, the rum of your choosing, and then you start from there to create your own drink. So this one is going to get paired with the Hawaiian slice, right?
That's right.
So let's cheers. Let's taste it.
Which one is? I think this one.
See how we like it,
Yeah.
and then we'll make our way over to.
Yeah, and then this was the last one. Yeah.
So I think this is the first time I try a real daiquiri.
Yeah.
So I've only
Yeah, this
had,
would probably
like,
be.
Strawberry daiquiri.
yeah,
That's
it's the
not
frozen
like-
where
Yeah.
it's like
Flavored, yeah.
I get like a brain freeze or whatever. Salud.
Salute.
Salud.
This is my first time making one.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I like that a lot.
That's gonna be good with the pie.
Absolutely.
It's gonna bring out that pineapple.
Yeah, I was
And a little
just
bit
about
of
to say
that
that.
hot honey is gonna.
Hot honey.
That's
See,
great.
from here you can go a ton of places, right? You can do something spicy, like add some chili or jalapeno.
Right.
Yep.
The jalapeno tequila. You can do even add like maybe like a passion fruit or something to it.
Yeah, that's how they.
Like a guava, like a guava puree. And it doesn't take a lot of ingredients just to completely change the dynamic.
And basically, like the daiquiri is, in essence, basically just like the margarita, right? It's all about the ingredients that you put into it, right? So if you're using just the premix stuff that they make, you get that, the thing that's giving you a headache, right? Because it's the same thing we talk about, like when they're adding sugar, right, to it, adding all the not natural ingredients that go into the corn syrups and all that sort of things. But if you use real good tequila, you use the lime, you use the Quattro, which is just the liqueur, which is the orange liqueur, right? And then I think it's just probably some agave and I'm trying to think of all the original. But anyway, it's the same with this. You know what I mean? If you have a Claudy rum, just some good lime juice. You know, I didn't. Someone will check me that I use real lime juice, but you know, whatever.
That's all the bottle.
That's on the bottle. They're gonna cry me in the comments over that. But I was like, you know, but if we just would juice the limes, put that in there with the rum, with the and mix that all together, you're good to go.
I think more people need to try this
Yeah.
because I remember my daiquiris that I know are like the daiquiris you get at like a cruise ship where it's just like you're going to 7-Eleven and getting a Slurpee.
Yeah.
Like this is nothing like that.
No, this you can enjoy.
Completely different. And
Yep. Did you get yours?
the base is good. Love the base, but I like the
David.
potential of it.
Go give it a try.
Okay, here we go. The next pie.
So, this is more of a New York style versus the margarita that we saw before. It's got the 3 blends of cheese, the house stretch mozzarella. It's got 2 different types of cheese from Wisconsin by a company called Grande. It's got some smoked ham on top, a little bit of pineapple, and then the garlic roll on the outside. And
Nice.
we also recommend it with a little bit of a spicy honey on top. And I think that
Imagine it. Look at this. We
Hot
got some
honey.
house hot honey right here with us that I think will go perfect with this. Now, I'll say I am not a Hawaiian fan, but I knew this is the sort of thing is one of my favorite things is to convert people. People that come to me, they're like, I don't eat that. I don't like that. That's my worst thing. And then I like to, that's when I have the moment when you know the craft of the things that you created, and then when they get to try it. But the main reason, so I'll start the sauces, and then you want to talk about the cocktail that we're doing with this, right? So you think just a circular motion around? Let's get a little bit on each side.
Freestyle.
All right.
So we're going back to our elements and going back to the hot honey. The reason why we're using this one is these are friends of the family. These are people that we know would like to support our local businesses, support our friends and the things that they do. Just like Sami spoke about the elements of the pizza, we have the elements of the drink. This is our daiquiri, our version of the original daiquiri. It's a rum-based drink, obviously. We mixed this one using the pirate as well.
No, so
this
this
one
one
was
is
Diplomatico.
Diplomatico, right? Now, I know we're talking our themes of like always trying to find reasons and inspirations for the rums we select. So this one is from Venezuela, right? This is there's another aged rum. This one is a great sipping rum on its own. But now when if you need some acidity, freshness, something light, you know, kind of like to like how your dough is with everybody, right? Having that type of opportunity, and you know, I feel like it's a kind of the foundation for the tradition, the cocktails that you may know a little bit more of your frozen daiquiris that you're gonna get at your
Red Lobsters and other chain restaurants.
BBQs, all those other things. So, but like
with this is simple syrup, very simple syrup. We have lime juice,
and
zest of the lime peel,
and rum.
our rum. So it's a great base to kind of take whatever drink that you would like it to be and start from, or you just have it on its own.
Yep.
So this will be a perfect pairing with the pineapple. Salud.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I got it.
Greedy.
I got greedy. I'm greedy. All right, now I can't wait to see.
I love that brown syrup that you do. That brown sugar syrup.
Simple, yeah, I think that kind
That's the other thing. The simple syrup is done with natural brown sugar. So.
All right, let's grab a plate and let's see how this goes. Thank you, sir.
Excited
One
to
of
try
the-
this hot honey.
Yeah, one of these experiences too. Yep, feed the fam. There
Oh,
you go.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yep. There you go. That's the main one. Perfect.
Thank you.
I feel like the love too is like whenever you know, I could tell. As I watch him serve it, it's like this is like your baby, like you're serving it to people, like you just like I want enjoy. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like you just want that everyone to enjoy that experience together. All right.
Wow.
So now on this slice, do you also do the garlic on the crust?
Yeah, we do the garlic on the crust. That's where you get a little bit of that shimmer.
Yep.
Because the crust is that one thing that people just tend to toss away. So I'm always
That's your finishing move to make sure it all goes down.
it's the finisher. Always looking at that, and I'm also looking to make sure that it's nice and open, so it's not too dense.
Mm.
So we're looking for something.
Oh
that's
my
not
God.
Oh man, see, that's the reaction
Got some
that
heat.
yeah.
Now take the
And,
drink.
oh yeah. Let me get this. So, all right. So that's a flavor bomb of sweet, savory, and just goodness.
Smoky, garlicky.
Oh yeah.
It's like we're in the Caribbean right now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This almost gives you
Cheese
bitters
ball.
where there is no bitters in the drink, but the citrus goes right with that pineapple, and then the spiciness. That's what I was looking for when I said do the agave jalapeno and add it to get a little bit of spice.
Oh,
You're
man.
getting it right here in the slice, and it completes that.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is my first
So
time
this is a-
trying Hawaiian slice from you guys,
Really?
and this is
Yeah.
way different than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is
The
too.
fact that we're quiet
Right.
Yeah, it says a lot.
should tell you everything that you need to know. I do this every day, but
In the bite of it though, I think it's like really cheese forward, right? So because you said that how many types of cheese are on your standard slice?
I said 3, but there's actually 4. So we have, a New York pizza typically has a aged mozzarella or a
Yeah.
shredded mozzarella. They
Mhm.
have a low moisture and a
Mhm.
high moisture,
Okay.
and also depending on the type of milk they use. So it can either be whole milk or skim milk. So
Got
we use a whole milk cheese, a skim milk cheese. Then we also use the fresh stretch mozzarella that we
Mhm.
cube in there.
Yep.
And then right before we put the tomato sauce, we do a little bit of pecorino.
That's
So it's,
right. Yes.
pretty much like a 4
So
cheese
that
blend.
that 4 cheese blend makes the pineapple not so pronounced, but the sweetness comes through with the sauce. Like it's like like if you added a sweetener to the sauce, right? Like we were talking about you just using just a vine ripened tomatoes and not needing to doctor up your sauce
Yeah.
to get what that natural element is. And then on top of that, then with the ham gets the smokiness, and then the chilies and the hot honey kind of it
Melts it all
wow.
together.
Like I'm telling you,
it takes
I,
it from being like a gimmicky slice
correct to be an
actually
artisan.
being
Like a
artisan.
complex dish.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. Like so you're using the tools that are popular, right? Because this one you said again, this is a bit I'd say like a business decision, right? It's not what you would normally offer, but
Customers
you have the
are-
customers asking for it. So as the Ohio players would say, you got to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if the people want it, but you do it your way.
Exactly.
So that now their experience as they're trying it is gonna be like, I never want anyone else's way, right? We just want a Sammy's way, right?
Yeah, putting pineapple on a pizza was something that was hard for me in the beginning
Mhm.
because I was like, no, pineapple does not belong on a pizza.
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense. I know some people
Right.
might like it, but I don't
Yeah.
want it. And then slowly people would
There's
come in, kids, teachers, and everybody be, do you have a Hawaiian? No. And then
I'm
they
out.
walk out.
Yep.
And it's like eventually
There's
it's like, you have to pick, do you do what customers like or do
It's-
you,
There's the
decision.
purists, you know.
And there's some, you know,
They
like,
fight it.
there's some Neapolitan grandmas that are rolling in their grave, but they got over it.
Listen, you roll far enough, you'll get over it.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Once again, that garlic oil that's on the crust makes you not able to like put it down for too long. It's
Mm-hmm. They gotta finish the whole thing.
save some room for the next one. We got a nice A nice hearty one coming up.
Oh yeah.
So that'll
What's
be
the carbonara?
carbonara, right? Yeah.
Light, fluffy, cheese to the edge.
Yes. Detroit style is my favorite, and it's gonna be our test moment, right? Our product test, right? So we're gonna feature my moss sauce on the next one. So this is.
You know what? We have one slice left.
Oh, we could. You
Put
want
it on there.
All right,
Put
let's
it
test
on
it out.
there. Hit it, hit it.
So I call
Let's go full
it
Hawaiian.
I call it the everything sauce, right? This is I feels like my childhood in a bottle. So I
Okay.
say it's a bit of everything. So the essence of it is ham barbecues from like sporting events that we went to. The church potluck where they had the meatballs and the
Swedish meatballs.
Swedish meatballs in the
With the gravy and a
the
little
gravy.
cranberry.
Yeah, and then you've got the ribs from the Chinese store.
Oh,
And
So you
then
get
like
some
from
hoisin,
lunch, and then from
fries,
lunch,
fries.
and then from lunch like sloppy joes. So it's like a little, all of those essences in the flavor of the sauce. So if you want to, but I will try it on this.
let me go get a cutter. We'll cut it.
Okay, yep, and then we'll get to sample it.
This is your sauce.
This is my sauce, yeah.
Okay.
So on
This is
that,
our
yep.
sauce.
All right.
Because we actually took and we did. I took the two of these together and put. So I was like, because everybody was asking me, they're like, I like your sauce. It's great. It's leans towards barbecue, right? But I was like, but they're like, but you have a hot sauce or something like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm developing one, but it's a lot of trial and error, dealing with peppers, and it's my last name is Moss. It's like a green. It's gonna be like a salsa verde, right? But with this, I was like, you know what? Let me just add it hot honey, like just some straight
That's
Mike's
nice.
hot honey, and put it in there, and then put them all together, and I'm like, yo, it works. And we did. They have one that has a truffle, which
Especially
is
the
like a
pieces
truffle
with the
hot honey.
pineapple,
Mm-hmm.
with the barbecue on it.
Yeah, I hit.
It goes good, right?
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Dang.
Yeah, that's.
Yep.
All right,
you
hey, what's
selling
that
that?
over there? I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Hmm?
Are you selling it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like that's why I was like I want to introduce people to, because I'm like, if there's a way, like it's like I've been and developed it. That's another thing I did over the, like I always had the idea for it, but like developed it like during like COVID, and I was like, all right, let me put it out there, let people try it, then just see where it goes. If it's like white label it, or if it's just something to get on a menu places, because like when my buddy had a spot in Harlem, we put it on the wings. You know, we did a wings episode, and like that they featured it there, and like on their happy hour and stuff like that. So we did it like that. You know what I mean? So it was like, I was like, all right, it's like friends, everybody's like, their kids love it, everybody tries it. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like that. It's very
User friendly.
user friendly. Yep. You can put it on a little bit of everything. You know.
Like I said, like because we're always together and we're always cooking together and experimenting, we all have got like our own thing, right? So like my wife does meatballs, so we call them D's balls. Her name's Diana, so she makes D's balls. She does it.
And then she makes donuts too.
She makes
so there's
donuts.
these nuts.
These
donuts.
God damn.
And I'm like, but not even joking. Like this is us like in the kitchen just whipping things up, and she makes ice cream. Food wise, she does a really good pico de gallo, and guacamole. I have a hot sauce that I make, which I just simply call red sauce. So like we have all these ideas, and we're kind of able to like take them to market, but in a grassroots way. But
Yeah.
also like it's just something that we're doing, so it's not like really additional effort. We're making it anywhere. We're cooking it up on Sunday.
Yeah.
We're putting it in a bottle so we can preserve it in the fridge for the next time we're having dinner.
Yep.
But it's also something that helps with like our branding and in the future, trying to like when we say all right,
Our
we're ready
food
to
products.
monetize.
We got fruit products as well that
Okay.
that you can put out there as well too. So that's the thing. Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
for this round we have our last pizza. This is the carbonara. Tell us about it, because right now my mouth is drooling. I'm afraid I might spit everywhere.
And this is my favorite. This is like, I love Detroit style pizza. So I'm like a kid that just finished reading my book for Book It, and I'm at Pizza Hut, ready to
Ready to
go,
get your
ready to get my
slice.
slice of pizza. Yes, go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So this is one of my favorites. This is the Detroit style pizza, which is cooked in a Detroit style pan, which is a very particular style pan that's got pretty much like 80-degree walls. And the whole idea behind this is that you need to have cheese all the way to the crust, all the way to the edge. And we decided to create this special. This was actually a special we did. We were doing like a slice of the week type of deal. And I wanted to do a carbonara because I love bacon. I love the sauce from a carbonara, and I figured it's a beautiful pasta. Why not put it over a nice piece of dough?
Yeah.
So we did it. We kept it for about a month. We tried to take it away. People kept asking for it. So we have it here. So it's crispy bacon. It's a white garlic base on the bottom. We do our cheese mix on top, all the way to the edge. We do crispy bacon, and then we finish it with a little extra carbonara sauce when it comes out. So the carbonara sauce is pretty much like an egg yolk based sauce with some roasted garlic, some parmesan, some pecorino, and it gets nice and emulsified, and then that's what we finish it off with. Yeah.
Nice.
Ready?
I think, yes.
Yeah, so
Let's get the slice.
I think now we're gonna try the rums. After we try the rums, we're gonna rate the rums. But this is just as they are, no mixer, no cocktail.
Yeah, so if you had a favorite one that you want to try,
I'm gonna try the Diplomatico.
You gonna do a Diplomatico?
Venezuelan.
okay? There you go. Pour you up. This is Ultimates of Breaking Bread. Right there. How
Literally
about?
breaking bread.
Yep. Definitely gotta get that corner, both sides.
Yeah, corner is definitely the best.
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense.
Which rum would you?
Which
like
one
to
would you
try?
like to try?
I want to try the pirate.
Pirate?
That's what I was
Okay.
gonna do too.
Some guy. So this one here, it makes me laugh because as I read it, right, it's Pyrat, right, and the bougie me wants to, oh, this is Pirat. Pirat, but it's really just
pirate.
it's pirate.
Is it literally just pirate?
It's just
Oh, I was
pirate,
wondering
right?
that this whole time.
Yeah, I was like,
Somebody misspelled it.
yeah, no, so it was like the whole story behind it is, I'll read it because I just went through this the other day and I was like, so it's pronounced pirate. It's characterized by its rich amber color, oak wood aroma. Has a little, like a character here, which is a hoti, which is it's like a little medallion, and the hoti represents the Zen patron saint and protector of fortune tellers and bartenders. So it's a nice little character that's a part of this. I'm gonna go Diplomatico myself as well.
Oh. Okay.
All right, so
I see you, Venezuela. I see you.
So much character in these rums.
yeah, and that's like I said, that's one of the things. This is like, we feel like this is an untold story, and I feel like that's the kind of the essence of even what we're doing, getting to experience and highlight some restaurants such as yours, is that we want to tell these stories that have the essence, that have the depth, that really is like you care about the details. And I'm gonna shut up because I really want to try this.
Sir. Sir.
I do want to get one shot for the gram.
Nice little color on the bottom, a little undercarriage action.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. And look at the cheese, how it blends in right with the crust. So you get the crispy cheese and you get the crispy crust in the same bite.
Yes.
And then that open crumb, which is the first thing I'm looking at whenever I'm trying a pizza. You gotta make sure it's got some nice open crumb.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
This is it right here.
Oh my goodness.
This is Final Boss. This is a thick, hearty slice, but it's still nice and airy. You can see all those air pockets, all those bubbles that are in there
Oh
from
my
that dough
gosh.
rising. This is a perfect platform to hold that carbonara sauce and these clusters of fresh, tender, chewy bacon.
Oh my goodness.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
And I think the idea of using the sourdough, I think is like the element of it is excellent in this platform too, because it's so airy and light, right? This is normally a very dense feeling type of cut of pizza and like a standard, like a gluten, and oh man, this is really
It brings
good.
the sweetness out of the rum. Did you try the
Oh,
rum?
no,
It
no.
works with the rum. It's
It's
like
like-
the creaminess of the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
The richness.
Kind of like
Oh.
like pairs well with the.
You go right back to that rum and it's like you start
like
getting
that
all the
cream
flavors
with the
and the,
rum. It
yeah.
works.
You're right.
Right?
Bro,
Mm.
this is, I'm about to fight somebody.
It pulls all the flavors out. Yeah, this is the perfect accompaniment. Just having the rum in its natural state with this hearty, rich pie is it's insanely good. It's hard not to overreact. I really want to give you a whole lot of character and energy, but you guys are just gonna have to make your way down to Jackson Heights. You're gonna have to come and try it for yourself. You're gonna have to experiment with the crumbs and with the slices and just dive into it.
And the great part is, this isn't a BYOB, so you can take this home with you and try with the rums. But another great pairing option is the craft beers that you guys offer here. They feature, again, local just, breweries or regional breweries as well.
Yep.
That great partnership and great pairings with pizza as well. So the same craftsmanship that is taken in there, you can get the, whatever, the hops, the wheat, all the different types of elements of the beer that go with the pizza. And yeah, pizza and beer, you can't kind of beat that pairing as well either. So
Come in and get a flight.
yep.
I've done that before, where you can try a little bit of each one and, grab a couple slices and have fun with it. If you're a content creator, make some content, but get a flight of the craft brew, try a couple different slices of the pizza that they make here, and see what you like best, put it up.
One thing that we also do that's kind of fun, I haven't done it recently, but we did maybe 3 or 4 times last year. We do like a pizza stretching class. Do it for the kids like we did this morning, and then we also do it for the adults. So what that consists of, you actually make your own margarita, and you stretch your own pie, you stretch your own fresh mozzarella, so at every single station, every single person that comes here has their own little water bowl. They have their own piece of curd with the salt measured out, and then first we start stretching our own mozzarella, and then we crush our tomatoes for the tomato sauce, and we stretch the pie. Once it goes in the oven and it comes out, we pick our own basil, and then after that whole process, once we're cooking the pie, then we come out with a flight of beers, and we talk about starting from something light to something a little bit darker, what we chose, why we chose it, what are the characteristics, and we have some fun. And then afterwards, pizza comes out, drink some beers, try a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It gets fun.
The beers are not with the kids part, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's just for the grown-ups, that's 21 and up.
Hey,
don't
whatever
worry,
it takes to get them to knock. Lay down.
The rum might
Tired
work
of
even
talking
better.
to you. Yeah,
Wow.
try this sport.
Oh man,
Dude,
that's like,
fucking good.
and the
Thanks,
flavor of
man.
it is, it's literally almost
Every
it's
one of
like,
them has been fire so far, dude.
Thank you.
Jump back in when those slices.
with like almost like even like the texture like focaccia bread too,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that base on it, so the sauce soaking into that.
Well, I think that's probably, if there was going to be any kind of misnomer, is that you would think, oh, they're making pizza on focaccia, but this is its own thing.
No, it's what I'm
its
saying,
own
yeah.
thing. And the process is super similar, but it's got its differences. It's got a certain level of hydration. It's got a certain level of boil in the dough. And then we actually, so it is sourdough, so we mix it one day, then we let it rest 24 hours. Then the next day we stretch it out onto the pans, onto the trip pans. And then we actually stretch it out in the afternoons and we keep it all evening.
And
We
let it
wrap
proof?
We let it proof overnight, room temperature.
Yep.
So that it goes nice and slow. And then in the morning, they bake it off, and that's what we use for our pies. So it's
Now-
pretty much almost a 3-day process.
I hear this thing about sourdough, where you start off with like the origin culture, or I don't know how you would call it, but I know some people have it for like 10 years,
Yeah,
sometimes 15
Starter.
years.
it
Their
could be
starter.
100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some sourdough starters. So the originators of sourdough were actually the Egyptians. So they learned about this because in certain ceramics and certain clay pots, they actually found residual bread or dough that was in there, and when they examined it, it had live cultures or it had bacteria. So that's pretty much all that sourdough is. Everything that you see from what's on your hands, what you can't see, from the air, from water, from flour, everything has
Yeah,
a certain
bacteria
type
in
of
it.
bacteria or culture.
Right.
So depending on how you use it is where you're gonna go. So when you're mixing flour and water, and you're doing that every single day, keeping it at room temperature, it's slowly going to ferment. It's slowly going to start growing as a culture. And what we use here is actually from when we first opened Pargo, which is 7 years ago. And then the starter that I got from there was actually from a bakery where I used to work at in Grand Central Terminal. So that was a small starter that I used, which was like the baby of that. And then that starter itself has origins in Europe, and the bakers that I worked for, they grabbed some from San Francisco, one of the earlier sourdough bakeries, and it's got a little bit of everywhere. So so it gets a little bit more complex as time progresses.
Further you deep dive into it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to jump into my rating because I'm enjoying this so much. So what we do is we rate the rums out of 5. we rate them on our sugarcane scale. So we have this little icon.
Okay.
It's just a hand holding the sugarcane.
Kind of our tribute is like all of our stuff is like we are of the age of nostalgia,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So we
Hip-hop
tribute
vibes.
hip hop heads.
Mhm.
We tribute to the 5 mics from the source, right? So
Okay.
we do it for our 5 canes or our Big Daddy canes, like just
Yeah.
a tribute to hip hop. So we do our 1 through 5 of where they fall. So what do you
You
got?
already said in the beginning, because of just the rums that we have, everything's probably going to hit anywhere between the 4 and the 5 range. So you try to keep it as authentic and as accurate as possible, but this Diplomatico, I would easily say, is a 4 or 5. It's giving you the sweet that you would want out of the rum. It's giving you the depth of flavor. When you're drinking it with different types of pizzas with the different ingredients, you're getting everything from the coconut and the spice and, you know, just the molasses that's coming out of it.
Mhm.
This is a really good all-around sipper. Obviously, it's not going to be the best of the best or the most premium, but it gets the job done. Large cube of ice like you would with a bourbon or a whiskey, and I think you're set with this one.
Yeah, agreed. So this is a Ron Extra Añejo, right? So that's the idea of behind the show with the Don Ron is my name is actually rum in Spanish, right? So this is the Matuano, which I'll read it real quick. So Diplomatico Matuano is a complex and versatile blend of authentic rums. Its refined taste is inspired by the Matuanos, a Venezuelan noblemen in the 19th century, renowned for their discernment and good taste. The aromas of dried fruit, oak with notes of vanilla lead to a balanced and slightly dry finish, making it an ideal rum for mixing in flavorful long drink and twist on classic cocktails. So that's what we did today. So I'm gonna go with you in the same on that 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Yep.
Now, you guys tried the
The
pirate.
pirate. Right. So this is the XO Reserve, which is from Guyana. Right, so the Pirate XO Reserve is produced from the finest artisanal spirits and exotic ingredients, carefully sourced from around the globe. The elegant and distinctive Pirate is characterized by its rich amber color and oak wood aroma. The taste, a delicious balance of oak wood, vanilla, orange, and light cane sugar with a slight spice on the finish. So what would you say? On a scale of 1 to 5?
I'm giving it a 4.2.
4.2, okay.
Give it
Yeah.
a 4.63.
Okay.
We're talking about G63. So
Yeah, okay, there we go. All right.
Four-wheel
Good,
drive
good.
63 AMG. All
I
right.
really like this one. You
No,
know
this-
why?
this is
Because it's not typically when you have a rum, and I'm going from like, what is it, like the Captain Morgan or the Goslings or whatever. It's
Mhm.
you get so much caramel, so much molasses, so
Mhm.
much kind of like darker flavors.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit lighter. This
Yep.
is not. This is like almost like a blanco, but it's got a little bit of a tinge to it, and
Yep.
it's got a lot of flavor. So I do get the caramel. I get a little bit of vanilla, a little banana. It's nice because it's not what I would think a traditional rum is. It's got a lot of flavor without it just being like a slap in the face molasses caramel.
Right.
Yeah, because I feel like typically with a rum, you're almost thinking like I should take a shot of this and not sip on it, but like this one is nice enough where I can like sit like a classic gentleman with my pinky out
Exactly.
and like actually like, sit and like enjoy it.
Yep, and you can see how when you add the ice and it melts in it, it mellows it and it
Yeah.
it kind of opens it up.
Takes that
And
bite
then
off.
then you take the bite off the first sip and then you can enjoy all the other parts of it that normally will kind of either turn you off or need to be masked with sugar,
Yeah.
with fruit,
Yeah.
with all those sort of things. So yeah, no,
I like
I
that.
agree.
It's nice.
Yeah.
4.63.
You
All
got
right,
it.
there we
So
go.
between their scores, they're hitting right around the 4 or 5. We're giving 4 or 5 to Diplomatico. South America,
All right, so
Killing
look,
it.
now we tried it with the. I'm gonna do the one last one because I'm gonna be
because
greedy.
you got it. Oh
And
my
I got
God!
this also. I
was
said-
thinking about that
I said-
earlier.
I said, so, this is
There you go.
when you start your own YouTube channel and you can shamelessly plug shamelessly plug my own products. So we got the moss sauce, everything sauce. Now, this is my favorite slice of pizza, my favorite type of pizza. I love Detroit style. Like I'm from Pittsburgh, but through all the been plenty of time all types of New York pizza, but this because I love cheese, I'm greedy like that.
Let's
So
go. Let's just
I'm gonna just
drizzle it,
drizzle
baby.
this real
Hit it,
quick, and then I gotta try this out.
Hold on, where's the cutter?
Oh, we got the cutter. We'll share it.
Yeah.
All
Let's get the
right. I
cutter.
won't be as greedy. I will be. Let me chill out. Let me share with my friends. Okay.
We hit a whole pizza restaurants. He wouldn't have bodied that like
I was gonna be
ways.
I was gonna be greedy. But we'll cut it 4 ways, and then everybody can try.
About to turn that into Mario blocks. Right?
Yep. Yeah. Or just make it 4.
4?
Yep.
Cubit.
I'm calling dibs on the corner though again.
Get that 4.
Yeah, boom, perfect. It falls right by me.
Nice little bug.
Yeah.
Little mugs right there.
Little nuggets.
Little center guy.
So we have the Mars sauce on there, carbonara. We've got
So this is the
bacon,
test.
choy style.
This will be something we'll be trying out. It's like I call it the everything sauce. So we're gonna try it on a little bit of everything, and then we'll see how it goes.
It's hard not to put that on everything. It's good.
Dude, it goes like, it almost turns into brisket.
Right, with the bacon.
It turns into
The
like
smoke?
brisket bruschetta.
Wow.
I think it's like universal. Put that
Mhm.
on anything.
Roll dab. Dab me up.
Oh.
Top me off.
Yo, pause. Pause, bro.
A little dab will do you. Yeah.
How could you not?
Can't beat that.
Are we overreacting? Is that like,
We're underreacting right now.
Right?
I want to start screaming behind me.
Yeah.
I'm about to slap him in the face right now. It's so good. I can't.
This is make it smell so good, make it want to slap your mama.
Exactly.
look, this is mini Sunday afternoons.
Yeah, this is
grilling and chilling.
This is
and-
what we do. So
Yeah.
like this is just sharing it with our friends.
Mm-hmm.
Our new friends become family. They give us their specialties, their craft, their great things that they create. And I want to thank everybody here at Elements. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Gracias por todo.
Thanks. Always a pleasure.
Chef,
Yeah.
right in the back.
Thanks, Victor.
Thank you,
Gracias,
Victor. Gracias.
Victor.
We had a great time. This is beautiful.
Absolutely.
So again, this is Elements Pizzeria by Sami V.
Jackson Heights, Queens,
Jackson,
New York.
Queens, New York. We in the building.
And we are
The
Don
Don
Ron.
Ron, and this is the Don Ron Show. Peace.
See you next time.